I am moving. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Devin. I'm a pediatric nurse in Texas. We've got some stuff planned. We got some stuff to do, and it should be a lot of fun, at least for me. Hopefully it's fun for y'all to watch. We are currently headed to a place of which I told myself I'm banned from because I end up spending too much money, that being Target. So the reason for going to Target is I am moving. So back in 2019, I went to college. I had a dorm, it was by myself, and it was a great time. So then I came home because COVID hit, and I worked for two different companies, the hospital that I currently work at, and then I worked for the security at the same hospital. And because I was around COVID all the time, I decided to get an apartment. It was the safest thing for me and my family both, so I wasn't bringing anything home. And then I went to nursing school and I moved back home so that I was closer to family. And so I wasn't having to work 2 to 3 jobs just to maintain having an apartment. It just was a lot all at once. So I ended up going to nursing school and getting my job, and I wanted to stay at home for a little bit, get my finances in check, and then ultimately move out once again. Well, the time has now come and I am getting my apartment. So I went and I looked at the apartment not too long ago. I looked at a model home, or like the model apartment. I absolutely fell in love with it. The things that I liked most was the fact that it's brand new. The apartment complex has only been open for about 8 months now, and the apartment that I'm getting, nobody has lived in yet. So that was kind of a deal setter for me. I absolutely love the idea of that. And there's all new appliances in the apartment. It also has a full-size washer and dryer already hooked up. So very, very nice. I'll add in some clips of what the apartment looks like so that y'all can see it. It's just going to be the model, but it's still really nice. I'm hoping that whenever I start to decorate it, I can kind of get it somewhat similar, not the exact same, because I want my own color patterns or color schemes and whatnot in my own decorations, but I think it's a good start of what I kind of want it to look like in general, because the layout makes it seem very open still, even though it's only an 800 square foot apartment. But with that being said, today we have to go get the stuff so that we can start packing. And on top of that, I also have to go back to work for some education. The education side of things is what's kind of putting a damper in my day, but it's very much needed. I am a strong believer on repetition makes perfection. So the more you're able to work on stuff in a safe setting, it should become second nature whenever the time comes to actually put that into practice. I think today is gonna be over ECPR, which for those that don't know, it's CPR where we end up putting a patient onto ECMO. It's one of those situations that we at least need to have down so that in the event that we get to that point, we're able to do it effectively and efficiently. But follow along and I will talk to y'all here in just a sec. Alrighty, so I have made it to Target. I'm about to go in and let's see what we can find. I primarily just need some stuff specifically for packing, but if we see some extra stuff that I might need for the move-in itself, then we'll get that done. I move in on August 19th, which is about like 22 days from now, so it's pretty exciting. It's a kind of a surreal feeling, if I'm being completely honest. So like I said, I haven't had an apartment since 2019, roughly around that time. So I'm starting fresh, I'm starting from scratch, which means I don't have anything to move in besides what's already in my bedroom, which isn't a lot when you think about moving into an entire apartment from a 12 by 12 bedroom. So let's see what we can find. Alrighty, so we got what we needed from Target. Now we're heading back home. I got out of there with only what I needed, which is great because I don't need to be spending any extra money that I don't need to be spending. So I got 2 of the smaller containers and 1 big container that has wheels, which is really nice because I'll be able to put some heavier stuff in there. I'll be able to wheel it up to the apartment once I take it over there, which is going to be really nice. I think I'm going to stop at Sonic because a cherry limeade sounds so good right now for absolutely no reason. But after we go to Sonic, go home, shower, change, and head up to work. I have to be at work around 1 for this education. I'm not sure how it's going to be with traffic during the day because I don't deal with it usually. Alrighty, well, we are currently headed to work for our education. I will be completely honest, I'm not looking forward to it, but gotta keep the repetitions up. I'm more so not looking forward to it only because I want to be at home right now. Like everybody else is at home, and my dad's off work today, so the whole family is at the house right now, which it'd be nice to spend some time with them. I'm trying to maximize the amount that I get to spend with them prior to my move, but on the same token, if I don't go to this, then I'm not doing my job, and I got to keep my job. So we'll keep up with the good strong work, but it'll take me about 15 to 20 minutes hopefully to get to work, and then I'll get there. I'll probably do some education online first while I'm there because I'll probably be there a little bit early. And then once it's time to start with the hands-on stuff, it's a group activity usually, so it shouldn't be too bad, but trying to get it done. On top of that, going to work, I'm about to try and call the apartment complex I'll be living at. Since nobody's living in it yet, I'm curious to see if they'll let me go and look at it, even though I know it's not move-in ready. It'd be nice to just kind of have an idea so that I can make sure that the stuff that I'm wanting to get for the apartment will fit nicely and kind of have a better idea of how I want to decorate and whatnot. Because I refuse to have a bland or stereotypical men's apartment that's not done up and decorated nice. Like, I do want to have nicer decorations and have it feel nice and homey, so it's a place that I enjoy going back to every day after work. It'd be nice to go and look at it first to get a better idea, not just looking at the model apartment that's done up to the max. So we shall see what we do here. So these are carts that we use in the unit for ECMO when we're placing a patient onto ECMO for the ECPR. I am done. The education was not that bad, honestly. I was expecting it to be a little bit worse than what it actually was. I feel like it was very informative for some of the stuff that we end up doing with putting a patient onto ECMO when they have a cardiac arrest situation. Took a little bit longer than I was expecting, and then they had an extra education piece with one of the vendors of the hospital afterwards, so I had to stay and listen to that, which was not ideal, but learned a little bit, so it's better practice for the patients, and we'll kind of just see if it makes a difference in the long run. I am now heading home, and as you can see, my boxes are still in the back that I got at Target earlier this morning. So I will go home. I'm going to take those out of the car so my car at least has some space in it. And then I plan on starting to clean up my room as best as I can and start to try and get rid of some stuff. Or I figure if I can clean up first to the best of my ability, and then afterwards that should make the packing side of things a little bit easier, because things will already be organized and I kind of know where things will go and what boxes to put them in. So we'll have to see in the long run if that makes a difference, or a big enough difference in the packing. I feel like it should, but just gotta make the best timing that I can, since I don't have a lot of time to pack. I worked the 7 in a row, which puts me at 5 shifts next week, and then the following week I'm only on for 3 days, but it's also my brother's birthday, so we'll end up doing something with him that's going to end up taking up some time. And then on that following week, the week that I'm supposed to move in, I actually work 4 shifts. So I think I work Sunday, off Monday, I'm on Tuesday, and then I switched a shift from Thursday to Sunday, so now I'll be off on Wednesday, Thursday, but I work that Friday, Saturday as well. So a total of 4 days, and we'll just have to kind of see how it goes. Then I'm sure I'll be drop dead exhausted after everything, since it'll be a lot of working and a lot of moving and a lot of unpacking and not a lot of rest. But we shall just let it play out. But I will talk to y'all soon. Maybe tomorrow, depending on what I end up doing with the packing and if I actually get out of the house or not. But I will keep y'all updated.